Hollywood is buzzing in 2023. This year is quickly becoming a standout chapter in the film industry's vast history. For so long, action-packed superhero movies, numerous reboots, and remakes seem to rule the silver screen. Let's not forget the growing power of streaming platforms, with TV shows now boasting budgets and grandeur that match those of big-screen flicks. It was evident that a colossal shift was brewing. But the magnitude of change we're witnessing this year? Mind-blowing. This summer, chatter about various movies not hitting their expected box office marks has been everywhere. While big movies not making their mark isn't entirely unheard of, what's surprising is the frequency. Yet, during these changing times, let's reminisce about the past decade's cinema legends. For instance, the cinematic world we've been living in was undeniably Disney-dominated. From Marvel superheroes to the magical realms of Star Wars, their influence was undeniable. I mean, who didn't love the heartfelt stories of movies like Tangled, Zootopia, and Wreck-It Ralph? These modern Disney classics always brought a smile, and Marvel? From 2008 to 2019, they created a movie magic that, while not universally loved, definitely left its mark. And that's not even diving into the wonders of Star Wars and Pixar, both huge successes in their own right. Looking back, it's fun to see other studios trying their hand at cinematic universes. Remember DC's superheroes or Universal's attempt at the Dark Universe? Oh, the memories. But here's the kicker. The global pandemic, COVID-19, ever heard of it? Reshaped cinema in unexpected ways. The shift to online premieres and the rise of intimate storytelling emerged, showing us that movies could adapt, evolve, and still captivate us, no matter where we watch them. The resilience and transformation of cinema during these challenging times, truly awe-inspiring. Looking back before the dawn of 2023, there was a cinematic year to remember in 2022. Two films that particularly stood out, not necessarily as favorites, but in terms of box office appeal, were Avatar: The Way of Water and Top Gun: Maverick. What a thrill ride they were. While other flicks like Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Thor 11, Thunder, blah blah blah, and Black Panther: Wakanda Forever brought their superhero magic. They didn't hit the billion-dollar mark, but hey, box office figures aren't the only mark of success. Top Gun: Maverick wasn't just another action-packed film. It felt special, mostly because you could feel Tom Cruise pouring his heart and soul into every scene. Remember the breathtaking practical effects and stunning cinematography? Wow.
Here comes some G's. There's 5 G's.
Some people said, do we really need another Top Gun movie? But boy, did Maverick prove them wrong all the way to the bank. It was so much more than just a nod to its iconic predecessor. It was a rejuvenation, a film that truly spoke to its fans. And then there's Avatar: The Way of Water. Just say the name and you're immediately reminded of its visual spectacle, the attention to detail, the passion, the sheer dedication of James Cameron shone brightly throughout. It wasn't just a movie, it was an experience, and who would have thought? Avatar, now at Disney Jewel, further enriching their treasure chest. So, what set these films apart from the usual blockbusters? Simple. It's the heart and dedication of their directors. When filmmakers pour genuine love into their projects, it reflects on the big screen. Both Top Gun: Maverick and Avatar: The Way of Water showed us that a blockbuster isn't just about flashy scenes and big budgets. It's about passion, dedication, and connecting with the audience. These incredibly popular movies will lead us up into 2023. Let's dive into some of the highest highs and lowest lows. Starting with Shazam! Fury of the Gods. It created a buzz, but unfortunately, couldn't maintain its momentum at the box office. Was it a decent flick? Sure, but perhaps it was one sequel too many for the Shazam franchise, given the changing taste of today's audience and the evolving movie landscape. Then came Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania from Marvel. Ooh, okay, so now we all know Marvel's magic touch, but every magician has an off day. While it began with a promising opening, the movie saw a dip in interest quite quickly. The reviews didn't help either. This film turned out to be one of the rare Marvel creations that didn't quite hit the mark, falling short at the box office. To count down some other lows, we had Indiana Jones. The iconic whip-cracking archaeologist came back, but perhaps the sands of time were too heavy. Some felt the story was a tad too nostalgic and missed the novel excitement of the earlier films. We also had Flash and The Little Mermaid. While with the former, the fans mentioned that the plot was a whirlwind, the latter's challenge was in balancing the magic of the original with fresh waves. But wait! All wasn't gloomy in the Marvel Universe. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 came soaring in like a refreshing breeze. This movie had it all. Genuine emotions, impeccable direction, a storyline full of heart, and characters we've grown to adore. The success of GOTG 3, or GOTG 3, was undeniable, proving once again the true cinematic craftsmanship still wins the day. And speaking of unique gems, we can't leave out the phenomenal Across the Spider-Verse, an animated wonder that not only showcased a non-traditional Spider-Man but also brought in a whopping box office collection. The reason? It's brilliantly made. Its unique spin and engaging story made fans and newbies alike flock to the theaters. The message? It's simple. Good movies shine, irrespective of their genre. In a world where superheroes have become household names, it's no longer about just wearing a cape, it's about making a movie that resonates. Whether it's the charm of Star-Lord or the allure of a new Spider-Man, 2023 showed us that a well-made movie is always the real superhero. In an era where authenticity is everything, Hollywood has witnessed two groundbreaking films that have captured the hearts of audiences worldwide. Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer and Greta Gerwig's Barbie. What's astonishing? Both are on the cusp of crossing the billion-dollar mark. Nolan, a directorial maestro, delved deep into history, unraveling the tale of the atomic bomb and the complex mind that conceived it. Meanwhile, Gerwig, a rising star in filmmaking, brought to life the iconic doll, Barbie, and made history as the first solo female director to clinch a billion-dollar film title. The biggest surprise? These two movies, which are polar opposites in themes, are the cinematic giants of the year. So, what's the secret sauce? It's the pure love, dedication, and passion that oozes from every scene, every dialogue, every performance. They're not just movies, they're masterpieces crafted with fervor and heart, showcasing what movie making ought to be. And guess what? They released on the same day. The buzz online was palpable, leading to one of Hollywood's most memorable box office days. This incredible journey reaffirms a pivotal lesson for Hollywood. True art, when nurtured and promoted with sincerity, will always find its audience. The cinematic landscape is evolving, not just because the filmmakers, but because audiences now crave genuine stories. We've rallied behind these films, promoting them on social media, and most crucially, flocking to the theaters, often multiple times. I've personally watched Barbie enough times that I can recite it from heart. This overwhelming affection isn't limited to cinephiles. These films have struck a chord with everyone. In a nutshell, when movies are crafted with genuine passion, they aren't just good, they're unforgettable. This year, thanks to Oppenheimer and Barbie, Hollywood got a taste of what pure cinematic love looks like. However, disaster may soon strike our precious Hollywood. Both the writers represented by WGA and the actors under SAG-AFTRA are waving their strike banners high against the mighty AMPTP. But guess what? The WGA has been on strike since May 2nd, setting an impressive record. And the actors? They joined the party on July 14th, reminding everyone of their longest strike back in 2000 that spanned 6 months. Now you might be wondering, why does it all matter? Well, besides the gripping real-life drama it presents, the effects of the strike ripple far and wide. It's not just the writers and actors feeling the heat, all of Hollywood is in a twist. Take Warner Brothers Discovery, for example. Despite celebrating their mega-hit Barbie, who knew Barbie had such star power? They're embracing for a potential loss of a whopping $300 million to $500 million in 2023 earnings. Ouch. But hold on to your popcorn, folks. There's hope on the horizon. Both the AMPTP and WGA have decided it's time to talk. Yep, they announced that they'd be sitting down on September 20th. If these two powerhouses strike a deal, it might just pave the way for actors too. So fingers crossed. Many of you might be pondering, why not just give everyone what they want? It's a question on everyone's lips. Here's the scoop. These big studios are part of even bigger corporations, often tech giants, who answer to shareholders. Their idea of profits? It's a whole different ballgame than your everyday paycheck. Adding a twist to this cinematic tale, the AMPTP isn't exactly a union like our writer and actor friends. Instead, they're a group of competitive bigwigs like Disney, Netflix, and Apple who come together to chat with the unions. So, what's in store for Hollywood's future? With a delay in productions, upcoming movies might be postponed, reshuffled, or face a big change. But hey, isn't unpredictability what makes a great movie plot? Let's watch and wait, and hope for a blockbuster ending. Thank you for joining us today. Until next time, Popcorn Junkies.